Hi, I'm Jeff Sullivan.
And I'm Tom Yang from the Dell Tech Center.
Today we're doing an out-of-box experience with the PowerVault MD1220 and the PowerVault MD1200. Start with the MD1220. What you get when you first order the box, actually I'll start with the adapter that we ordered as well. So I've got a 6 gig serial attached to the adapter. This is the brand new H800. So we've got our two 6 gig SAS ports there. And when you first open the box, you've got our 1 meter 6 gig SAS cables here. You can also get 4 meter. We've got our power supplies. And since this is pre-release hardware, we don't quite have the bezel yet, which would normally be there, and also the documentation CDs. And we also get our Versa rails. We'll show some video of installing that here in just a few minutes. And then we've got the system itself. You can see it's 2U. I've got 24 small form factor, 2.5-inch drives. Here we've got our PowerVault MD1220. Now this is a neat device. You can get 24 of the 2.5-inch small form factor drives in this unit. See the drives, easily pop them out. In this case we've got the 146 gigabyte 15K SAS drives, but you can also get 7.2K, 10K, and SSD in this unit. It utilizes a PERC H800, and it can expand to support 8 enclosures. So, you know, it's great for a lot of I/O performance intensive apps, you know, large databases, web serving. It's nice to be able to add this to an existing server, and we'll show that here shortly after we get it racked. Let's take a look at the back. Again, our enclosure management module. Got 2 of these. Now these are Silver Plus or 80 Plus Silver certified, so you know, the idea being a little bit more green for your data center. More capacity and smaller form factor. So what we have here is the MD1200. And again, we'd have the bezel documentation. You can see we've got, actually, these look like longer cables than what we had in the demo. We do have 4 meter cables. 2 power cords. There would normally be your CD and your bezel, but since this is pre-release, we don't have that. We've got our Versa rail kit in this one as well. And then the MD1200 has the 3.5-inch drives. You can see that right here. So here's our MD1200. We've got it out of the packaging, and before we rack it, just thought I'd talk a little bit about it. In this particular unit, we've got 12 SAS 300 gigabyte 15K drives. It does support nearline 10K, 15K, HDD, and SAS SSDs. It is a 2U 12 drive, 3.5-inch enclosure. It does support self-encrypting drives, and it can expand to support 8 enclosures, and it connects to that PERC H100 that we talked about earlier. So here we are on the front, same thing as the other unit. We can easily pop out the drive, you know. Put it back in, spin it around and look at the back, and we, you know, an interesting thing about this, you can keep up with your environmental demands, and that we've got the 80 Plus Silver certified power supplies that, you know, also can help improve density. We've got our 2 controllers, the the enclosure management modules that we talked about before. We've got our in and out for the 6 gig SAS. So. All right, so next up, we'll put this stuff in the rack. Okay, so we've just got the rack installation. Don't really need the instructions. This is really simple. This is the Versa rack. It expands easy. We're going to put it in our rack there here in just a minute. But basically, we'll want to set this in the rack, put the screws in these two, and the bottom one will be used to actually secure the cabinet to the rail. So it's going to be kind of loud in here, so I thought we'd record this part out here. We're going to add both cabinets to our existing R710 server.